Hello everyone, buongiorno a tutti. Hope you can hear me well. This is Francesco from Tecnoteca, and welcome to the first webinar of CMDB Ready to Use. We will go through the features of this new tool. We are very proud to present today. As we did for the other webinars, I'm not sure if you attended those, but you can write all the questions you have on the left and on the chat box. And then we will, at the end of the webinar, at the end of my presentation, we will go through all the questions, so the most we can, and our technical team will answer them. So as meanwhile that I speak, you can just write all your questions that you have, and then even their technical or commercial aspects you want to have clarifications on, just don't hesitate. Please write them in the chat box. Okay, so again, welcome to the webinar. It's nice to see many of you attending it, which this probably represent that there is some interest already in CMDB Ready to Use, and we are very happy about that. Okay, so CMDBuild, you probably all know what CMDBuild is, and just a few words, it is a configurable web application that lets you model and manage a database containing any assets and handle related workflow operations. So I said any assets because just not IT assets, but it could be really any assets. We have customers who are using CMDBuild for managing any kind of asset, really. It was born already 10 years ago, so in 2005, and was developed by us, Tecnoteca, and which is the official maintainer, and we own the registered trademark of CMDBuild. It is managed by a team, and we are around 15 people here working in Tecnoteca, and its core includes 25 years of work, and it is localized, translating in 13 languages, and this number is always increasing. We very often have offers to translate the tool in different languages in the open source philosophy. It has 30,000 downloads per year, which they are certified through the site SourceForge, and it is used by a lot of important public and private institutions, both in Italy and worldwide. We have lots of customers, and a lot also of users who have just downloaded CMDB, and they are using it by themselves. What ready to use is? Okay, so we have, as I said, we have it's been 10 years we've been working on CMDBuild, and we realized it was very common demand was to use CMDBuild to manage informatic assets only. So what we did is that we collect all the experience we had, we gained during these 10 years, and we put that all there. So all the expertise we have collected into CMDBuild Ready to Use. So we basically, with this tool, we are sharing our 10 years experience with everyone, and giving everyone the chance to benefit from all the new implementations, all the workflows, all the reports we have created during these 10 years. And we think that is something really important. It's a big step for us in Tecnoteca, and we really are very proud, as I said in the beginning, of this new tool. So basically, Ready to Use, it's a CMDBuild configuration that can be immediately used within the production environment. Immediately, because we, as I said, and we will see that later, there's already many workflows and reports, and all the ITIL aspects are treated, and you will see it's already, you can download it and get started with that. Of course, you will always keep the customization of CMDBuild, but you will already have a good, very good starting point to use it within your production environment. As I said, it follows the ITIL best practice, and it comes from more than 100 CMDBuild installations that correspond to 10 years of working with CMDBuild. performed on our international and Italian customers. It contains basically the data model areas are the followings, but we will go through them later. So I wouldn't stay too much on this slide. You can have a look at them, but it will be more clear later on. It also contains the incident management workflow, which manages the support requests that are forwarded by users when any IT services faults occur. And we will go through a typical example of incident management workflow. We will see how it is treated in CMDBuild Ready2Use, and we will act as different users, and I will show you how different users will have to what happens when an incident managed request is performed. This is another typical workflow that has been very much requested during these 10 years, and we put it into CMDB Ready2Use. And this is the request fulfillment, which manages the requests that are forwarded by those users who require standard services. So it's not exceptional services as we just saw in the incident, it's just standard services, or also non-standard services or any kind of information. Another workflow we implemented in Ready2Use is the change management, which requests any change of the IT configuration, which can just be solved through the standard procedures. Unfortunately, we won't have time to show you an example of these workflows here for the first two, the incident and the request, but on the website you will find on our website you will find a lot of information about the other workflows as well. So for any doubt, you can write us today an email, or you can find further information on our website. So another workflow we implemented is the asset management workflow, that helps the operators to manage the configuration items movements during their whole life cycle inside the company. Also, we have two wizards, the wiring management and the IP addresses management. This is the guided operations on wiring and IP addresses. Very useful for those users that are not very technical into IT and need to do that by themselves. Reports, we have many reports, as I said, the asset inventory reports, open processes, and go on. We go on with mean time between failures. Some of these ones we will see them pretty soon in the example I will show you. Some others, as I said, we won't have time to do that. The Rex layout, this is something very important, I think. We will see that. Okay, very good. I see that someone is already asking questions, and just do as Chris did. Go ahead, write your questions, and we will come to and get your answers at the end of the webinar. We also have Ready2Use also contains dashboards. So many dashboards. Some of them we're going to see them today. Some others you will find more information, as I said, on our website. Connectors, we also have 3 connectors: the Active Directory connector, OCS inventory connector, and the VMware Center connector. Fortunately, probably won't have time to go through the explanation of these today, but as I said, go on the website, you will find a lot of useful information about them. Self-service portal. Okay, this is something we are very, as I said, again, I'd like to stress that out. Very proud of that. The self-service portal that allows you to report failures, incident manager, check the resolution, ITER. For those, consult the service catalog and ask for standard services. This is the request fulfillment. Also ask for non-standard services, the change management, consult the frequent asked question, IT news, or any news of the company, and consult the list of assigned equipment and subscribe services. This is something we will definitely see today. We will start the 2 workflows from the portal, pretending to be just a common user, new employee that has some issue and wants to ask this question to the IT service. Mobile interface, of course, just as OpenMaint and CMDB Ready to Use also has its mobile version, which perfectly works on smartphone and tablets, iOS and Android devices. So basically, the mobile interface implements the main functionalities of the desktop interface. So you will have the navigation menu, the management of data cards with the relations and attachments, searches and filters, and workflow management with the main widgets, report prints, and so on. And this is, I will, at the end of the webinar, just before the questions, I will go through the mobile interface. We have an emulator here on our PC, which we loaded our app into that, and we will show you how we will go through that just to make you see what it looks like. So it will also, of course, allows you to take pictures and store them into the CMDB as attachments, and of course read the QR codes and view the related data card. So very, very useful if you are not if you're walking around in your company and you want to know you want to get information about your specific assets. You just need to point at the QR code on the assets, on the server, on the printer, on the PC, whatever, and you will retrieve the information about it immediately. So very useful. Okay, so as I said, we will go through the main ready-to-use features. Then we will focus a little bit on ready-to-use commercial aspects. I will explain how it works, and then at the end, as promised, we're gonna answer the questions via chat. Okay. Okay, so we will now start the CMDBuild. Okay. Okay, so this is basically what CMDBuild Ready to Use looks like. Just as CMDBuild, you will see it's the interface. It's basically identical to CMDBuild, but you see the big change is on the left, that the data model is already populated. It contains a lot of folders. Okay, so the first one here is the employees. For example, you have here the employees, internal, external, organizational unit, and with all the informations about them. Then going down, okay, this part of the this database can be synchronized, as we said before, with the Active Directory. So very useful to get up-to-date information about for example, the employees. Then the location. Okay, here you got something I forgot to say, but there's not even need to do that. But anyways, this is the folders that we created on our 10 years experience. So probably the most common and useful labels that we decided to use. But always remember that CMDBuild Ready to Use, and OpenMaint are extremely flexible and customizable, so you can really do as you wish and according to your needs. Okay, so the first one is for example, the locations and the buildings. We're gonna go there, for example, and see that you can have a report. For example, a PDF, which you can save, print out, or save it in other formats, RTF, CSV. And for example, here we got the report that shows you all the assets that belong to one specific floor or building or room. And so here you see this is just an example, of course, but this is for example, on the specific building and the specific floor and the specific room, which assets are into those rooms. Okay, then this is something probably I should say is about the level of granularity. Of course, you don't have to insert all the information about all the assets into specific rooms, but of course you will want to insert into those folders only the assets that require for example, assistance, or that belong to someone, or probably there will be no need to put into the rooms the let's say, I don't know, the plants probably, unless you want to remember to water them every now and then. Okay, this is just a joke, but I hope this explains a bit the what I mean by granularity. Of course, these informations about the locations can be geo-referred, and you can have a also view geographical view on Google Maps of where these buildings are. Okay, so another folder category is the purchases. Here you got all the information about the suppliers, the supplier employees, the purchase orders. There's an automatic workflow for in this category here that automatically inserts all the new assets that come into the company. So you won't have to worry about inserting them one by one, especially if your company buys lots of assets every day, and they will automatically come into the CMDBuild database. Going through the objects folders, we got the network. Here you got all the kind of networks that you have. VPNs, also you got information about the IP ranges, the network interfaces, a lot of information in this folder, and also you got the two wizards which we talked about right in this. I'll show you on the slide. These are the two wizards for the wiring management and the IP addresses management that show you how to do to perform those two activities. Workplaces. Basically here you got informations about hardwares and softwares that belong to a specific employee, and we have two very interesting reports. We got, and what I could show you is for example, the report about the mean time between failures, so the MTBF. That shows you, for example, on this specific monitor, branded Apple, there has been 2 fails and one downtime, and the mean time between failures of 369 days. So probably last time this monitor broke was more than a year ago. So well, actually more. I should rather say that 369 days has passed since the last failure. And this is, as I said, a report that you can print out, save, and it's always, of course, up to date to the asset information. Another interesting thing we can see is the dashboard. This dashboard here collects all the assets according to their categories here. For example, by type, by availability, by status, and by age. Of course, these dashboards here and all the dashboards you will find in CMDB ready to use are highly customizable and can in colors, in shapes, in informations that they collect, as I said, are highly customizable. Also, okay, now we could go to the infrastructures, the workplace. We probably said all about it. Here you got the information about all the servers, the physical and the virtual servers, as well, the cluster, network devices, storages, racks. And for example, here what we could show is the rack report. The one right here, it's pretty interesting. I think it's very visual. It shows you how the servers are installed in the racks, and basically the report gives us the information about the which slots are free and which are occupied by the servers. For example, let's say on the front part of the unit 5, we got that server. On the 8, 9, 10, the other one, and 20, 21, the whole the front part and the rear part of the rack is occupied by another server. So I think that's very interesting. Then we got the software. For example, all the applications that we have in the company, and what version they are and who they belong to. Then we got the telephony, the telephone exchanges, desktop devices, SIMs that we have, and also that belong to to our employee. Then we could go to the service desk, which where that collects all the processes, ITIL process, incident, request, change. This is something. That we will see later. Also, then we have here the service catalog, which contains all the services that are available in our company. And the last one is the assets life cycle, which is the process for managing the life cycle of specific assets. Then the last one, the self-service portal, we'll go through that later on. We will see that actually the portal all the information contained in the portal can be modified and added from that folder there. Okay, so now let's start with two examples. The first one is that we will pretend to that we are right now Adam, which is an employee, and which I hope you can see Adam that is looking at us. Okay. Adam has a problem with his printer. Suddenly, Adam Spencer, suddenly the printer is not working. So what it does, it logs into the self-service portal. So you won't have access to the CMDBuild instances just as we saw it, but he does with through the self-service portal. So the self-service portal basically is what you see right here. So you got on the left, you got a navigation menu, and with the IT news well, here we don't have any in our example, but yeah, here you would have the IT news, or you can have the ask a question section if Adam would like to ask a question to the technical team, and also here you got all the questions that have been asked, and here you got also the answers to them. For example, how to fix paper jam, or how to configure the network printer, or to recover a paper here. Okay, yeah, this is just an example. How to fix paper jam, open the front door, and yeah, probably Adam knows that already, but anyways, let's go to the submit an incident and submit a service request, which are probably the two more interesting features of the self-service portal. Through them, we will show you the example. First, as I said, about the incident that Adam has, the printer that is not working, and then we will go for another example about service request, which we will talk about later. Then Adam can see this request, the pending approvals, the notifications he gets by email. He can access to the knowledge base for required lots of informations, and also to he can have access to his profile to see which assets he has, and many other informations about his he can always go there and check if everything is correct, and in case report that to the IT help desk. Okay, so let's start with the printer that doesn't work. The quick start, submit an incident. Adam cannot find the questions here already. Someone that has had the same problem and has received an answer. So what Adam Spencer here does is that he writes a short description of what his problem is. So for example, he will say, my printer is not working. Okay, in case you need to an extended description, and he selects the area of the problem that he has. So he's having, and that's going to be, of course, hardware. In case if he needed, he can also take a picture and add an attachment, but in this case probably is not very useful. So we'll just go on and submit the incident. Okay, so yeah, something I forgot to say is that even if Adam Spencer doesn't really know the area it doesn't really matter, because at the end the IT help desk will be able, of course, to change it and to assign it to the specific team. Okay, so as we said, so we can now log into as if we were the help desk. Okay, now so the Conrad is our help desk operator. He will receive the notification by Adam. Okay, he received a request from Tom saying that his PC is very slow, and another one from Adam. My printer is not working, as we can see here, and Adam did the request through the portal. Okay, so as we said here, now the IT help desk can insert the category and subcategory. So it's a hardware problem, and the printer is broken. Urgency, he can evaluate the urgency about that. We can set it to low, since Adam probably has access to other printers, and also the impact of this issue. As I said, he probably can use another one, so impact is low as well. He doesn't have to. Classification note is not mandatory. He can write anything if he wants. If he doesn't, if it's just a easy problem, just like this one, probably doesn't need to write anything, and he can select what action needs to be done. For example, yeah, you see here you can close if it's not an incident, or if you can escalate that to the specialist or to another help desk or analysis, or close it and open a request if it's a request and not an incident, and or close the incident and open a change if it's a change and not an incident. Okay, so we going to the help desk analysis. So our Conrad is taking charge of that. Something, yeah, we could say is that Conrad can receive the information about the requester. So here the code is Adam Spencer. That's his email, and the state is active. He's a trainee, whatever. So yeah, you can the help desk can retrieve a lot of information about the requester and see if actually is allowed to perform such a request. Also, the help desk can have a look at the affected CIS, the configuration items, and click on only the one that belong to Adam Spencer in this case. But if he'd like to, he could also disable the grid filter and see all the assets that are into the database. In this case, for an easier choice, we just filter them and select the printer of Adam, and then we can close it and perform the activity. So the workflow here goes on, and the help desk has now to fill in the expected closure date when he will be done with the problem. And so let's say today that our help desk will be done. Probably was a network configuration, so it can just write that, and this is an information that Adam will have and will receive an email. Also, the help desk analysis time, how long it took to analyze this problem. He just took us half an hour, so 0.5 we'll say that, and then we execute, and so Conrad will leave his desk and go through to see Adam and see what the problem is. Okay, so now something I would like to say, that at every step we do, there's a register that actually collects all the informations about the workflow, and all the steps that are taken in the workflow are collected here, and you can anytime. This won't be ever deleted, so you will have even when the workflow is closed, you will have able to still have access to these informations. And also you can, for example, view the timetable on the right here. So it gets you a PDF with informations about how long every step took to, for example, to the help desk. So the classification, it took us 3 minutes, and the time analysis, the analysis took us just 55 seconds. So we're very, very good as a help desk. Okay, so this step, the help desk execution is done. Conrad has fixed the issue. He has gone to to Adam's printer and has executed and finished it in just half an hour. It didn't take long to do so. So he can now close, and the workflow goes to the next step. These now he can sorry, he has to select the outcome of the workflow. For example, in this case, he will say that everything is resolved, the workflow is closed. You can add, if you want, you can add that to the knowledge base. Then it is mandatory to write an answer to Adam, which he's going to receive in an email, which can be, of course, can be customized. Saying that whatever, it could just be like that, and or can be customized and added, and or can be composed from a template. And you see here that the answer is problem fix, as we just wrote in the box. Okay, so at this point, so the problem is solved, and the Adam will receive an email saying, as I said, that the problem is fixed. And then this for this, probably this incident is quite enough. I hope it was quite clear. I would go now to another process. Let's pretend now that we are a new employee. Serena is our new employee, and she will log into the self-service portal as just as Adam did. So Serena Marlowe is logging into the self-service portal, and she will request. She needs an additional anti-spam service. She has many spam emails, so she will. She's going to request these services. Okay, so here you got the service categories. She is going to select the network services and emails, and for example, in this case, we said she requires an anti-spam filter to her email. She needs to, of course, to activate the additional anti-spam service and submit the request. Now she will go through the next phase and send the request, adding a short description of what she needs. She said, well, in this case, we just put that I need a new service. Okay, so now you will see that in my request that Serena can now see all the requests that she has made, and can have information about what step they are, and when it is closed. Of course, she will she will be updated of all the information in there. Also, in the email notifications, you will see that she has sent the request. So here now we have now it's more populated, and these are other requests, for example, that she made. Or here you got this one here. That's what this is. Just, well, this is from, well, text. It should be from the application to Serena, that her request has been taken in charge, and that she needs to activate the additional anti-spam service, and the workflow will go on and proceed to the help desk. Okay, so now we go back to the help desk. So looks like there's more work for Conrad, our help desk operator. Conrad now of course, he doesn't use the self-service portal, but just will go through the classic CMDBuild interface. He needs, just as we done before, he needs to select the category. In this case, it concerns an application. The Outlook Express is the application that Serena is using for managing her email, and it's quite urgent because we don't want Serena to receive spam emails. No need to write the classification notes. He needs to specify which action is now required. So he will send a request to the managed service, and the next role will be the software help desk. So the current user, of course, is Conrad, the help desk. As you see up in the screen, you see Conrad holding. That's what we are logged in. Okay, so now the Conrad has to write the assignment notes saying that he's taking charge of this problem, and he will send it to the next actor of this process, which is the manager that has to validate or deny the request from Serena, which is Jude Gray. Let's now log in with Jude Gray, which needs to say if Serena is Jude Gray the change manager, and he will be asked to say and validates the next step, and if Serena can have access to an additional anti-spam service, or if she can. Now, okay, so the change manager, let's say that the change manager agrees with that. So he's received the notifications, and he says, okay, Serena can have additional service, anti-spam service, approve it. And of course, an email will be sent saying that her request has been approved by Jude Gray, the general manager, and which said, okay, that can be performed. So now at this point, the workflow will go back to the help desk, and which is the one that's going to perform Conrad. Again, back to Conrad. He's the one that's going to perform the activity. And also he will receive an email saying that the change manager Jude has approved the request, and he can perform the activity. So for doing that, for this specific activity, the help desk, Conrad, needs to perform just one work order, which is it just needs to add additional anti-spam on the user mailbox. Of course, it's in this case it's very easy. You can have as many work orders as you want, so you can have a clear view about how long every step of performing this activity has taken. And as we said before, you can view that in the view timetable button. And at this point, he performed the activity. Conrad performed the activity. He installed the additional anti-spam on the mailbox, and now he can close the work order. He took him half an hour. He writes in the closer note that he's done with that, and so that Marlo Serena can have her additional anti-spam service. Here it's interesting to see that she requested the request. Sorry for she requested the request through the portal. Okay, now we can go on and advanced, and the workflow is done and is performed the activity. Okay, so we're done with this one as well. Hope this was quite clear. The difference also between the incident and the request. We will go quickly go through the commercial aspects of course, sorry, the mobile. Let's not forget about it. Just a quick just a quick view about the mobile, what it looks like. Basically, it's just as the interface about interface that you can find in the self-service portal or in the for example in the CMDBuild normal interface. Here you got for example, you can have access to all the computers, all the categories that you have in the other, as we saw at the beginning of the webinar. Here you got, for example, let's say the where the computers are located, who they belong to, and you can have information about, see, the warranty end date, the supplier, the what system is installed in those PCs, and who's the assignee to that asset, and many other informations you can add. This is just, for example, in the workplace category. Then we can go back to the navigations, see, for example, the employees, and we will have all the employees informations, which ones are internal, external. Here you see Malo Serena is there, calling Conrad help desk. This is the guys that we just worked, and then Adam Spencer as well. Everyone is just, you can retrieve a lot of information about all the employees. Then going back also always to the navigation, so very, very user friendly, very quick. We are very, I would like to say that again, we're very, very proud of this. Service desk, for example, quite interesting as well. You can see here the incident management. And for example, this one is another incident we created for test. Tom Smith, we saw that when we were acting as the help desk, we saw that the help desk needed also to manage this incident, which is that Tom Smith has some very, very slow PC, and he requested this. He's performed this incident request through his cell phone. So Tom Smith has an app on his cell phone, and he was able to perform this incident request through the mobile app. Okay, so this is I think this is about it for the app. I wouldn't go, otherwise we won't have time to answer all the questions. Just a few words as I said, about the commercial aspect of CMDBuild ready to use. As you probably understood from this webinar, this presentation I just did, CMDBuild Ready to Use is definitely the perfect CMDB to manage all IT assets in your organization. To do so, don't forget that subscription is required, and is strongly, we would strongly advise you to also get the startup package, which gives you a good start for your configuration needs, and ability to use right away CMDBuild in your company. With an annual subscription, you will get the reconfigured OVF appliance of CMDBuild Ready to Use. So that really helps you a lot in installation of setting up of the whole tool. You will also get the extended manual, the configured self-service portal, which we just saw, the connectors, the 3 connectors we talked about, the mobile app, which we just saw. We guarantee that any bug is fixed in a specific time that we agreed on before, and we also will automatically update all as soon as we have new releases. We will automatically update from remote to the newest version, and also the subscription gives you the access to all the support services described in the next slide. So all the support, so the pay-per-use support and the startup package and all the other support that services that we offer are not available for those customers who do not pay for the annual subscription. Okay, so for example, let's say that you need to you decide to use the CMDBuild Ready2Use. As I said, you need to do the subscription, and then probably a good step further to do so is to get the startup package. Okay, this gives you the support to the end user and a lot of support the configuration on permissions and which user can see what, and also very important for privacy settings, for example. And this also startup package gives you the support to the connectors activations, the 3 connectors we just saw, the Active Directory, OCS, Inventory, and VMware Center that support on configurations, those activation of the email notification services, all the emails that were sent during the workflows that we saw before. We will support you to configure that and activate that, and we also give you a system overview through a remote call. We can set up a call with our technician team, and they will be more than happy to provide you all the information that you need to have for the system on the system configuration, and explain you a bit in greater details, technical details, how the whole system works. Also, what you can get is the advice and customization package. This gives you the analysis of extensions to the standard configurations. We can perform data import into your instance of the data which you already have. Let's say you already have a database. We can import that into CMDBuild database. Configure new workflows or new reports, and implement the functional extensions to the core systems. So you get the subscription, then you can start just with that, or you can get the startup package. And if you really want to tune up your and take out the best of Ready2Use, then probably the advice and customization package is something you would like to get also. Don't forget also the training that we offer, the remote training on all the CMDBuild Ready2Use application functionalities, which can be performed in Italian if you wish, or in English in a 4-hour session. And again, the training is available only for those customers who have subscribed to, have done a subscription. Any information you might need, this is our website. Please get in touch with us, and don't hesitate to ask us any commercial technical question, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, well, thank you very much for your attention. I strongly hope to see many of you becoming CMDB Ready2Use users, and I hope everything was very clear. Thank you all the attendants, and see you in the next webinar. Bye-bye.